Before the podcast, I was on Twitter, and I saw Andrew Schulz, who's one of my favorite comedians. He tweeted a clip from his special that's called Infamous, and he tweeted and he basically said, the streaming service who was going to put it out wanted him to take out some jokes, and he said no, and then he bought it back. And I want to say it was, if I remember, it was like a 7-figure deal that he got for his comedy special, but they wanted to take out his jokes, and he said no. So he bought, I would imagine, 7 figures, bought it back from the streaming service, and you can pre-order it now on his website. So I'm really curious to see kind of what happens, because for me, he's been like, I've looked at people like him and other comedians, of just taking their career in the own hand. He was kind of the pioneer of clips, taking your live content and making it all clippable. I think he's got like 1.8 million subscribers on YouTube or something like that. So he's probably the biggest comedian on YouTube, give or take, or traditional comedian. But yeah, I was, when I saw that, I was really surprised. So I'm very curious to see what happens. I think he will recoup his cost for sure. I think he's cultivated a fan base that they're pretty much like ride or die. He's very much uncensored. He's the guy. He's gonna say gay and retarded just because it's funny, and he's just having a good time. And he's not gonna back down. And I like to think that there's still a lot of culture that rides with that just because it's fun and they don't want to be told what to do. Yeah, Scott's sitting back there. He's like, yeah, dude, hell yeah, I'm gonna follow this guy after this, But I think he has a loyal fan base, so I think he's going to recoup his cost. But I'm very curious, because he was very critical of a lot of like streaming services, and then he kind of got screwed over by one. So he just seems like the type of guy. He just takes his career in his own hands, and he's always ahead of what will work. But I couldn't believe it. I mean,
that's kind of a pretty good stunt, though, if you can market that in a way.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, like that's what Louis C.K. does. But yeah. I think the challenge with, but who knows? He could have earned it. He's probably earned people paying extra money. But like, so Louis C.K., when he does his specials, he puts it on his website. I think you can pay $10 and buy it. But the challenge with that is you have a hard time reaching new fans. So what I imagine he will do is he will put it on his website and then put a bunch of clips of it on YouTube to try to get people to actually go buy it. So I think he'll be fine. He's like super smart, super capable, a huge inspiration for me. He's going to be fine. He's going to recoup his money, but I'm very curious to see what he does next. And my guess is he will again be another pioneer in taking stand-up even further, where a lot of the bigger comedians, they're getting Netflix specials, they're getting HBO specials, but I think he's going to figure out a way to where you can get a few $1 million from a sponsorship and put it on YouTube or something like that.